Okay, so here we go. This is for creating mock-ups for your logo design project that we're doing in collaboration with Miss Milborn's class. This could possibly be for a fashion company or even a sports team for her sports marketing class. In this example, I'm going to show you guys some different ways to include mock-ups so that you can add some context to your logos and your presentations. So I've got a really simple Blue Jean Company logo that I've created really quickly here, the original Blue Jean Company. And I want to show you a few different ways that you can create mock-ups. Okay, so what is a mock-up? It's going to show you what the logo looks like in real life. So if it's a Blue Jean Company, where would that logo exist? It would exist on the tags of clothing. It would probably exist on some blank shopping bags. It would probably exist as a sign on a building. It would maybe even exist on a billboard. So there's a bunch of different places that you can show this in context. You can even do some of the simple things like showing it on a business card and things like that. But we want it to look realistic. And there's some really simple ways that we can do that. So first things first, create your logo. Make sure it's your final product, because you don't want to go through all the trouble of creating mock-ups for something that you're not even going to show the client or customer. Now, I'm talking about a Blue Jean Company, so I'm going to head over to Google Classroom. Oops, wrong tab. Okay. And I should have linked in the Google Classroom assignment, there should be two links. One about how to create good logo design presentations. Please, please, please make sure you watch this. There is specific information that you should be including in your presentations and certain things that you should not be doing. And then I also linked a website called Placeit. Here is what Placeit looks like. Let's go to the start page, right? When you go there, it looks like this. You can search through designs. They have categories along the top here. Apparel, if you wanted to go to apparel, if you're doing a fashion company. You can look through some of the mock-ups that you could do here. In this case, for me, I'm going to search clothing tag. I'm going to be pretty specific. Okay. And it's going to show me a bunch of different clothing tags. Not necessarily what I want for jeans, right? So unless I want to create a t-shirt design for them with their logo on it, which would be cool too. But basically what you do with this website, it may require you to create a login, and that's okay. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to upload your file, and then you're going to place it, hence the name of the website, on one of these mock-ups that they have. So where it says upload your image, that's where your logo would show up. You got to make sure it's the correct color so that it'll show up on whatever color you choose for the garment or the tag, right? It's got to fit. Once you do it, you can use your snipping tool to snip the image into your PowerPoint presentation for your logo design. We'll go over snipping here in just a minute. Okay. Another way to do this is to go to Google, and you can look up some of the things that you may want to use as mock-ups. So for example, for my jeans company, I'm going to look up blank clothing tag jeans. See what I can come up with. Images. All right, so look here, I've got this version, which could be cool to do. So I'm going to click on that. This is actually a pretty good quality picture. And I'm going to right-click and copy the image and bring it over to Illustrator. Okay, look how big it is. Remember to hold Shift when you resize. All right, so there's my picture. Let's go find a couple more. Right, because when you're talking about jeans, you may be talking about this or this. Right, so depending on what, or even that, right, depending on what you have designed for your logo, your tag may be a different shape, right? So I'm gonna copy this image too, just so we have a couple to work with. All right. Okay, so I've got two images. If I want to be organized, I can create a new layer, and I can move these images to my second layer. Put my second layer on the bottom. I can rename it Mockup Pics, and I can lock it. So I can take my logo, and I'm going to copy this over here, and I'm going to resize it to give an idea of what it might look like on the actual tag, right? Because it's going to mean a whole lot more to the customer or the client to be able to actually see and picture what their brand or their company is going to look like on a tag of a pair of jeans or whatever kind of clothing they are marketing, right? So there's that. Maybe for this one, I can even design, I can make a little bit more of a unique design for the tag, right? Like if I wanted to add something to it, I could maybe go look at some other examples of tag designs and how people deal with, that still looks somewhat crooked for some reason. See if I can't line that little bar up. See if I can't make it straight. Pay attention to detail. Remember, you're treating this as if you were actually working for a client. Okay, so I'm going to actually make this a little smaller. Right, the original Blue Jean Company. These pictures are called mock-ups. So this is going to mean a whole lot more to somebody that has no idea about design than this black and white Illustrator background artboard floating in space, right? This may even give you an idea of, wow, I really don't like that logo. It doesn't look good in context. It's not going to look good, you know, on the product. That's kind of the purpose. So you need to be able to show how your logo is going to stand out in actual context where it's going to be applicable. So some other things, especially for clothing companies, things like clothing shopping bag blank. All right, so there's different kinds of bags that you could put this on. This is probably a popular one. We could even search paper, right? Paper shopping bags. We can copy this image over. And we can do the same thing with this, right? Because your logo should end up everywhere. Whoops, let me put this on the correct layer. There we go. Right, your logo is going to end up everywhere. Now, things to consider when you're doing this. Things may not be straight, right? If you can't rotate this and make it look right, like let's see if we can. If you can't rotate this and make it look correct, we may have to use our shear tool, okay? Notice how I'm making copies, right? And I'm actually going to group that together. It still looks real crooked. That's because it needs to be sheared, okay? So if you don't know what that is, it's really under the scale tool, the shear tool. Some of you guys have used this before. What it's going to do is, I'm going to tell it by clicking, I want that corner to stay, and then I'm going to drag. Right, trying to line this up nice and straight. It takes some getting used to. Okay, playing around with to see if it actually looks like it's on the bag. It's a little bit better. Okay, maybe you want to understate this for this logo. Maybe you want to make a cutout, right? So if I ungroup this and, let's not create outlines of that. Expand the appearance. Okay, let's create outlines of all our other text. Create outlines. Okay, and then I'm going to group this together. And let's use our Pathfinder and unite everything too. So if I wanted to make this maybe an emblem, the Blue Jean Company, let's send it to the back and take this and put it on here. All right, and this may be rotated a little bit. Let's make it a color so that I can see what I'm doing here. Okay. Now, we're going to play with this a little bit, but if I want to cut this out, kind of looks like a sticker right now. All I'm going to do is select them both, and then I'm going to exclude. There's my Blue Jean Company sticker. Okay. Maybe I want it to look like this on the bag instead of just floating text. Okay, maybe I like it, maybe I don't. Play around with it. This also gets you going in the design process because, like I said, your logos aren't going to end on Illustrator. They're going to end up on products. Okay, so this one, maybe this font doesn't work. Maybe I want to take out some of these weird grungy marks in the middle. Maybe I want to choose a different font. So things that will affect your designing process. Once you create your mock-ups with your finalized logo, you're going to need to snip them. Hopefully you've used the snipping tool before. If not, it's in the Start menu. You can search at the bottom of your Windows screen, and you can just start typing snip, and this is what it looks like. And then you're going to click New. Your screen will go gray, and you can click and drag. Right? If you wanted to just do part of the jeans, you could. If you wanted the whole jeans, you could. To select it, right? So there's my image. I can use this little copy button. And then I can go over to my Google Slides, right? Say I need a slide presentation. Hopefully you've already created one. And I can Control V. I should be able to. I should be able to Control V right into my file and show some context of the logo, right? So this may end up being too far away. You could, like I said, only snip part of it and make this a little bit bigger for your slide presentation, and let your client be able to see exactly what that looks like in context. Hopefully this was helpful. Sorry for all the bells. It's lunchtime when I'm recording this.
Released to lunch tea.
As you can tell. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I hope that you guys make some quality mock-ups.